Good morning. It is the morning of February 8th, 2017 today. And we're going to talk about what our mission is in this place if we feel that we have a mission, if we feel somehow, we're going to say, inspired to serve. What does that look like? What does that mean? And we do want to, at this point, emphasize it's about feeling that impulse or that urge to move in the direction of serving. Okay, so that's the first thing. It's not about, you read some books and it said, guess what? The best way to feel good is go do stuff for people. Okay, it's not that. It's not an assignment that some other source has given to you. So no. So just to those of us who feel already this feeling like this movement inside that wants to reach out and touch others in some beneficial way. But what does that look like is the thing, because sometimes we might feel like, I feel it. I want to do something. I want to serve my species, or I want to serve the planet. I want to help, something. And we're individuals in this place, and nobody can come up on you and tell you, okay, here's the list of things, or here's your options. You see, at this point, it's just like with anything. When we have this feeling, we just stay open. We feel this openness inside, and this opening in us, and that will allow love to move through us and to help us to discover what experiences that we've already had, and through the different situations in our lives, the things that we've seen and heard and learned, what would be not only most beneficial for the human race and for creation, but also enjoyable for yourself. Something that feeling that you already have is not going to start to shrivel because it's like, oh, damn, this is old. No, it'll always have that fire, that feeling of inspiration and a looking forward to whatever the thing is. And so that's why we say it's individual, because no one is going to be able to understand and know these things but you yourself. Okay? So you just kind of settle into that feeling that you have. Not settle, but just feel it. Let it move in you. It'll work itself out. And in that openness, as you move through your days, just stay aware, keep your eyes and ears open, and the eyes and ears of your heart to your surroundings and the people. And sometimes things will come up that'll seem way out of the box of things that many activities that people are involved with. It may not even look on the surface like the thing that most people would think it would look like, but and sometimes what happens is different elements will come into your awareness at different times that will get the wheels turning inside of you, like, oh, okay, so this feels right, this feels good, hey, that's interesting, all these different things. And then you may come to understand that the way you will serve is going to be some brand new thing that or combination of things that just specialized to you yourself, you see. And even before that happens, you just stay open, because just stay open to feeling the need in other people, to feeling it, and not seeing it and not knowing it in your head. Like, okay, if it's not a mental exercise. And when you're in different situations throughout your days, and there is some need or some call that's reaching your heart from another person, then you will respond, however that would manifest, because there is a lot of need right now. There is, and it comes in many different shapes and sizes and colors. There's a lot of confusion and loneliness in the world. People are fearful. People are, like we said, confused. And so, when you feel that in people, that doesn't mean you're going to put on your cape and fly to the rescue and say, I'm here to save the day and solve all your problems for you. Sometimes people just need to talk. It doesn't have to be this big old explosion of some service, like, wow, how amazing. You healed everyone in the community, some big thing. But that's how it is, wherever there is a need for love, a need for compassion. So, and that's something that would be good practice for us before any other, like, more tangible type of manifestation comes our way. Is just, if we feel like, I really feel like I want to serve, well, then get to it. Every single day we can serve. Meaning every single day we can show love, and we can let love move through us and manifest in some way toward other humans, toward other people, all the time. There's a lot of lonely, lost, confused people in the world, and there's always opportunity to at least apply some kindness in situations, something, because it's real hard to feel all alone in the world, in your suffering. And just, even if it's just a smile, maybe we start out that easy, that simple, just communicating to someone with your eyes and with your expression. I see you. I acknowledge your existence. You see? And when we get into that mode of being, then that starts to take shape in us, so to speak. That starts to integrate into our person. You see, and that's important, because if the things that we do are not manifestation of the person that we really are, we're going to burn out. Anyway, no matter what your intentions are, if it's just a perfunctory, mechanical thing that you're going through because I gotta go serve, but it's not something that's really been integrated into your way of being, it's gonna fade off. It's gonna fade out, and because you're not really it's not in you. And that takes us to another point, which is, before we can serve others, we are the prototype of others, we ourselves. So before we can bring that out into the world, I'm going to go help everybody, but I look at me, I'm torn and broken and confused and lonely myself. You see, no. And for sure we don't want to use this service thing to remedy our suffering, because that's a misuse of that. We're not out there, because that's just a misuse. Okay, that's not how it works. Okay. um we gotta we've done recordings on this before about getting, coming in touch with ourselves, and acknowledging and accepting and embracing the aspects of ourselves, and really living in that. So if you're a person who feels like you would like to serve, but you also feel like you are struggling within yourself, with feelings of unworthiness and feelings of distrust, and you're really suffering inside, well, then you're your first project, so to speak. You. Before you can bring it to others, you have to bring it to yourself. That cannot be emphasized strongly enough. Okay? So, not to say that you get to a point where you're never suffering anymore, but just saying, if you're noticing in your own life that you go through these cycles, and these same scenarios keep playing out that seem to be pulling you under, and you just feel like you're running and getting nowhere, and all of, that kind of feeling, well, that needs to be addressed, you know and not like, okay, let me take care of that so then I can get over to that thing. Because again, life is not going to work things out in your timetable, according to your timetable, and say, okay, we're going to make sure Mary has her shit together by next Thursday so that she can start helping other people. Mm-mm. In your own life, you know, and go back. I can't remember which. I think it was something about appreciating our own something or other. There's another recording that's posted, but that really it really gets in depth on that. Okay, so we won't spend too much more time on that. But anyway, so you won't get to the place where you're unaffected by life stuff, because you're in this world. We're here in this world, so of course we're going to be affected by and we're still going to face challenges, and we're not going to always be, it's not even a race for perfection. So we're certainly not trying to reach a goal of perfection here. But once you feel good about yourself, really good, and you're not announcing it to everyone, because if that's what's happening, then there's still stuff going on. Okay, so once you feel really good, like, yes, I've gone in there and all of this, then the opportunities will come. But even while you're working through your own things, you can still be showing compassion toward other people. You can still smile at people. You can still, when your heart calls on you, it will. When you open up, your heart will. It'll have you raise your eyes and look up at just that moment, and you'll meet eyes with someone who's suffering. And maybe your old way would be just like, oh, I gotta look away. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Listen to your heart, and maybe your heart will move you to say something like, how's your day going? Really. Or your heart may move you to just smile to the person or whatever. But those things you'll still have that, even while you're working through your own your own examination and things. But so fast forward. So now we are at this point and at this place where we can be uh, serving our brothers and sisters in the world and helping them along in their thing. Um, and don't ever let anybody pigeonhole you into or box you into what it has to look like, whatever you're doing, or what it can't be, or what you can't do. No, it's not their thing. They don't know. Okay, you're gonna, and at this point, you will have become used to listening to your higher self, or love with a capital L, whatever it is, in your own experiences, and you'll bring that. Sometimes when you do that, it looks like you're kind of wackadoodle to other people. Like, okay, I can't believe you just talked to that stranger, or whatever. So what? Screw them. Screw what other people are thinking and saying, okay? Either you're going to listen to people or you're going to listen to the thing that's going to propel you in your mission, basically. And you got to decide, okay, I might look like a fool to other people, but you know what? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna trust that my heart, or God, or whatever you want to call it, that it's going to do what it's gonna move me to do what is needed at this moment, without concerns of embarrassing yourself and this and that. And you will have gotten past that point, because that's the thing about your own self project that you will have been working through. And you're always working with it, is that in that process, you will have gotten past what are people thinking and what are they saying and blah blah blah. So by the time you're out there and you're ready to do the thing, for other people, that's not going to really be a big issue for you anymore. You're like, screw people. You're not doing anything, so how dare you? How dare you criticize how I'm trying to serve my brother, and you're sitting there picking your toes, you know. So anyway, this is probably just a part one. I just feel like there's some more things, but nothing else is coming right now. So hopefully this is kind of been helpful, and maybe we can go into some practical things in the next part. So as always, I wish you much love, and in your life and in your experiences, and have a good day. Bye.